Sir, welcome to Ali Public School. Sir. Thank you very much. Please come in, sir. Thank you. Sir, please.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى أن يكونوا خيرا منهم ولا نساء من نساء عسى أن يكن خيرا منهن ولا تلمزوا أنفسكم ولا تنابزوا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
When I came, I knew Bhatkal as a destination on the west coast of Karnataka. Now I can see that it is a centre of learning, a centre of academia, a centre of study, a centre of very hard-working students. And I must admit, I will go back to Bangalore and tell people more about Bhatkal and what you are trying to do here.
How we can develop Bhatkal more?
I'm sure you have the brain power within your organizations here to reach out to people and encourage them to come and have those conversations with you. But I would very much like to see more links between Bhatkal and the United Kingdom in future. But this needs to be done at a grassroots level, and I would encourage you to reach out through some of the Jamia masjids elsewhere to see whether we can build those partnerships.
How we can develop our educational system?
I have had a brief glimpse of the educational system, and I think that in a sense that what I'd like to see is probably go into some classes maybe in the future and come and see how that works in reality. It is a very kind of structured system, and it's something that I think is really good for education. I was a teacher before I became a diplomat, and I know the importance of kind of structure within an educational system. So this is what I think you have here.
And
as to what we can do more in these areas. But I understand that he's a great advocate of this area as well. So I hope that he's kind of bringing some of those kind of links when he comes and visits this part of Karnataka. But I represent the British government in Karnataka, so that is the whole of the state, and not just in Bangalore or Dawat or Bhatkal. So it's important, I think, for me to come over to the West Coast to try to find out what you are doing here in terms of promoting new kind of careers, helping young people to kind of advance in in their society through kind of education like engineering and others. But tell me, how many do you have links with other institutions globally in terms of partnerships?
Yeah, we have MOUs with other industrial partners.
Okay.
And we do have collaborations with institutions of higher repute, like NIT is nearby, National Institute of Technology.
Okay.
It's nearby,
Yeah.
about 150 kilometers.
All right.
So we send our students, we also send our teachers to get the knowledge updated.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so we have this component with us.
Have you managed to reach out to some international kind of universities yet?
No, international universities not yet. Yeah.
You can help us.
You can.
We can
As well.
we can try to kind of point you in that direction. What I would try to do is maybe go if you have the opportunity to go and visit some of these institutions, not just in the UK. There are kind of institutions across the world that would be good, strong partners. But if you need to have kind of links or contacts, the team and Manjunath kind of will put you in touch with
Please, why don't you sit?
British Council team to try to forge those as to what we can do more in these areas. Between the British Council and state authorities on things like Ofsted, on things like standard measurements, on things like curricular development. It's very much on policy level. My feeling is that you have to have a tiered approach in the sense that it needs to be done at a policy level, but there needs to be a practitioner level of involvement. The challenge here, though, is that we intervene with the state authorities. The state authorities need to put down into communities. One of the ways that I've seen work in different locations is if there are opportunities for you as an institution to link up potentially with UK institutions that are kind of working in similar sort of educational areas and to see whether there is a potential for work to develop standards, to kind of measure standards kind of through a grassroots activity, and then feed those back into the state system. If the British Council is aware of it, if the state education authority is aware of it, you have a partnership at a grassroots level with an Ofsted type school. You can kind of roll out some of those ideas across the state. I think the challenge that we have is that it tends to, ideas tend to go up into the stratosphere. They don't necessarily kind of filter down again. You have to keep them down at a grassroots level here in order to make them practical, in order to make them work in your communities. But you, as an example, could be an example for others. If you are a successful pilot for something in partnership with a UK institution, that could be used as an example for others in the States or across the board. Do you have any connections or any do you have people that you are aware of that you have met